It's the Riot podcast, Valentine's Day edition. The Riot, the show that always questions but never asks.
Oh,
yeah.
Are you
trying
in
out
your
some new
liner writing mode?
Always questions but never asks.
Yeah, I'm trying some new taglines for the show.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Is it?
Well, I'm just going to be supportive.
Yeah.
So you'll never know.
Isaiah, do you like it?
I don't know what that means.
Exactly.
Don't play that way
But it
just to
sounds
get out
smart.
of it.
It sounds smart, though.
It does. And it
Doesn't
makes people question on sometimes if you hear something and you're like, well, it feels like I should be supportive of it because if not, I must be dumb.
Uh-huh.
So you just got to go for it.
Just go along with it. All right, well, let's stick with that then. The show that always questions but never asks.
Happy Valentine's Day to everybody if you're watching this on Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. You guys have any big plans?
I think I'm going to do the wings that I was going to make for the Super Bowl on Sunday, but I never did. So I still have those.
Because Valentine's Day is your Super Bowl.
Well, I thought so. Eric even found these chicken nuggets that are heart-shaped.
Nice work.
And they actually look pretty cute. So maybe we'll do a chicken dinner or something.
Yeah, my wife and I will have a little dinner date tonight, and then we'll probably do something a little bigger on the weekend. But that is still up in the air.
Any plans, Isaiah?
I think I'm going to get one of those. This was something my mom used to do all the time when I lived at home. She would get one of those Donato's heart-shaped pizzas.
Oh, yeah. Cute.
Donato's is my favorite.
Uh-huh.
I might do that. Haven't decided yet. We'll see.
Why can't you just call your mom and say, hey, I'd love to see you.
Maybe we should do pizza.
What should we do? And then she'll take the initiative to order the pizzas for you.
That's a good idea.
His mom has a date with his dad.
Probably.
No, they're older. No,
Yeah.
no
So
parents
Isaiah's
dates.
invited.
They're
Yeah,
not
you could be a
dating.
third
I'll just
wheel.
show up.
How do you cut a heart-shaped pizza?
Well, with
In the shape
dough?
of a heart.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, I get what he means.
Yeah,
No, he
actually, I
means,
like that.
How do you cut it? Like what shapes?
Oh, squares. I mean, it's Donato's. It's squares.
You have a heart-shaped pizza, you get even
Have you
more
had?
haywire.
No, that's the biggest lie when it comes to pizza places today because you expect you're getting like a normal size
Yeah.
pizza. The heart-shaped pizzas that
Smaller.
they're selling,
Yep.
you could just pick it up and eat it. You don't even need to cut it.
They're
because
personal.
It is personal size.
Well, maybe they figure if you're ordering a heart-shaped pizza, you're alone. And that's just what you're doing to make yourself feel better.
The first year I ordered, I got them from, I think it was Jets. And when I picked them up, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
They were too small. So there was a Chinese restaurant next to it. So I went and got orange chicken to go with the pizzas. And let me tell you, that was an amazing combination.
Yeah, that sounds like a great Valentine's
Chinese
Day.
food and pizza.
And I want to do Valentine's Day at your house.
Well, anytime.
See, now I'm looking at Valentine's Day deals.
Oh, is there any?
And there are a bunch of them, actually. Buca de Beppo, Cap City, El Vaquero.
I don't wanna
one
go
of my
out.
personal favorites. Hudson 29 Marcella's, Mitchell's Ocean Club, the Avenue Steak Tavern.
Oh, that sounds
The Guild
expensive.
House. I mean, of course, it's Valentine's Day. These are all the
Yeah.
special
Only
places.
the best.
But those
all of them are
places-
like, it's like a two-person meal
Yeah.
where you get like dessert or something.
Those would feel like it's
that's
too late to go to
discrimination.
those already.
Yeah, you need
Yeah.
reservations. And also, that's discriminatory. Why can't there be deals for single people?
Oh, they can. They're just a little bit more food.
You can just go and eat the 2 portions. I mean, no one's going to stop you. It's like, what are they going to
Precisely.
say? We're not
What
going
are you doing for Valentine's Day? I'm going alone, getting the date night deal.
Like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's your leftovers for the next day.
That's smart.
See, I was looking to see if there's any fast food ones, but
White Castle.
They got you anyways.
There's
They
no
got you
fast
if you're
food.
depressed.
Did you see, Nikki? I think you weren't here. White Castle brought back the Valentine's Day date night for the first time since
Oh, I didn't know they took it away.
pre-COVID. Yeah, hasn't been around since COVID.
I can't do White Castle.
Well, there's none around anymore
They closed the
Because-
one down
because they couldn't do date night.
because it was
That
too
was
much.
their big
The
draw.
last time I went to a White Castle, it was right before one of our Riot Christmas parties. Like we do them at Christmas time on air for you guys.
Yeah.
And I was at the pay window, and the guy was super nice. And he's like, hey, hang on. And there's a car in front, and I could just hear screaming. And the guy at the food window is just screaming at the workers, and he's refused to move. So he's not doing anything.
Uh-oh.
And then eventually the worker comes back. He's all apologetic as the guy's just every word you just
can imagine.
can imagine. And so he hands me the food through the the money window one.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, that guy's not leaving anytime soon. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry for you. But that was my last time. I can't eat the hamburgers there. I don't like them.
Yeah,
I think
the breakfast was good though.
I think the move for most people tonight, if you do not have a date, you know where you should head? Back by popular demand, Hooters. Because you can go to Hooters, and if you shred a picture of your ex, you earn 10 free wings.
It's not.
Whoa. I'm going to pretend to be single tonight.
You sound excited for that.
10 free wings if you go there and you bring a picture of your ex and you shred it.
Me and my wife will go individually. That'll be our date night. We'll
That's
each
a
bring
good
a picture
idea.
of each other. We'll sit separately.
And you guys will shred
So
them.
romantic.
This is my last story for this podcast intro. But when we were kids, we were in, I think, North Carolina or South Carolina. And I remember with my parents taking us, like we were younger, and they're like, hey, let's try this Hooters place. And I remember walking in, and my mom walked right
back out.
And we did not eat there. And my dad's like, what? And you're like, nope, we're leaving.
Sheesh.
We're not going.
What a different world.
So,
Back in the day.
Never been there.
Yeah, now it's a household name now.
Well, you guys enjoy a broken household. No. You guys enjoy the podcast for today. Do have a wonderful Valentine's Day. No matter if you're doing something with someone or by yourself. Hopefully in this podcast we'll give you some ideas and just enjoy the day, whatever you're doing.
And we'll catch you tomorrow.
Okay?
See you guys.
Bye.
Your For You page would be a lot more fun if it had Hudson, Nikki, and Isaiah. Follow at RadioU Official on TikTok. The Riot. Radio U.
And we got some updates yesterday on the situation where the United States has shot down now since Friday 3 different unidentified flying objects.
Now these were, it seemed like, presented to us different than the balloon stuff.
Yeah, these are all the follow-up to the balloon, which, so here's the distinction. The balloon definitely was Chinese and definitely
Was a balloon.
Yes, right. We know what it was. We know where it came from, and then they shot it down. But although we got an update yesterday for a White House press briefing, they still will not. The objects are still unidentified. The objects that were shot down. However, the update is that. Let me give you the quote. There have been questions and concerns about this, but there is no indication of aliens or extraterrestrial activities with these recent takedowns. That's White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre. So not aliens, even though on Sunday night they said we're not ruling anything out. Now the aliens seem to be ruled out, but we still don't know what these things they shot down were.
So these are the ones over the U.S. and Canadian area,
Yeah.
and they just say it was something.
Yeah.
But when you don't say specifically and you just leave it open-ended,
It does make you question.
it makes everybody start saying, oh, well, what is it?
Well, I do have some explanation for why they've been shooting stuff down, and it does tie back, obviously, to the Chinese surveillance balloon that was shot down first. It says that after that surveillance balloon was identified and shot down, the United States military made some changes to their radar so that they were a little more sensitive to picking stuff up.
Oh,
So
quick
these
to
are
shoot them down.
Yeah, and so these are things that may have been like any other day prior to the balloon, may have been floating around anyways, and they just, it wasn't picked up, it wasn't cared about because, well, we didn't know what it was. We didn't
now we
care.
do?
We weren't paying attention.
I loved yesterday. China was like, well, you guys sent balloons too.
Yeah.
So like spy balloons are a thing.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I wonder if we have been. I believe that we have. You don't
They
think
say
we're?
since last year,
Yeah.
they have had seen balloons too.
Well, they didn't really. Why didn't they bring it up?
Who knows?
Yeah, why didn't they shoot them down? Huh?
Maybe it was just one of those things where everybody just sends spy balloons and it's just kind of a thing.
I think it probably is. I also wonder if, do you think about the pilots? I don't know what it's like to be an Air Force pilot, although I have seen Top Gun Maverick, but I don't know what it's
It
like.
makes you an expert.
But I wonder if they're just excited to have something to do.
The ones that shoot down the balloons?
Yeah, the
'Cause
ones that are going after these whatever these unidentified objects are. They're like, finally, I get to fly. This plane's just been sitting here getting rusty.
And it's like a game. You get to shoot it down.
Yeah, that's how I picture it. Anyways, I'm sure it's much more intense, and they actually have actual other job work to do around the Air Force Base.
No,
whatever.
I bet you they have a little fun.
Maybe playing beach volleyball.
Well, if you're not shooting down balloons,
and
then
singing Great Balls of Fire.
that's it.
I'm an expert.
Now, one movie doesn't mean that's all they do.
Hey, they're already eating anyways. Might as well do it on the show. The Riot with Nikki and Hudson. Radio U.
Food fight time on the Riot. And in honor of Valentine's Day, we have the new strawberry shake M&Ms, which is their seasonal offering for the Valentine's Day holiday. First of all, is strawberry shake a Valentine's flavor?
I think they're just down to it's pink.
Yeah, it's pink.
Yeah. Does it even have hearts on the bag?
It does on the little milkshake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, listen, guys. There's
Well,
the
that
bag.
makes, that makes it Valentine's-y. Second issue.
I don't want to. I am going to interrupt just for a moment.
Okay.
I wish they would have put green in it. You know, like the bag has red
Yeah.
and pink.
You took the words out of my mouth. That was my second issue.
It's like, why? Why is
Green
she?
isn't a Valentine's color.
It's the green M&M, but
Yeah.
like, why are we doing that?
No, we didn't want the green to feel left out. It is the lady M&M after all.
I guess
so
that's why.
There's got to be ladies in the Valentine's Day package. Okay. I guess they probably all taste the same though, right? Color
Yes,
wise.
they do. It's a strawberry shake with white chocolate, and that's the M&M.
Even-
What color are you going to have?
Pink.
Pink. Okay.
I was gonna have all the colors together.
Oh, good idea.
One of each. I think that's the only fair way.
That way you don't know which one is. It's the one.
Is the lady.
It's the lady one. All right, the strawberry shake, white chocolate, M&M for a Valentine's Day food fight. All right.
Yeah, that's kind of tastes like a strawberry shake.
More than just like strawberry. Maybe that's the white chocolate with it. Mm-hmm. Oh, Isaiah.
This
I
is a
don't-
lot right now. We should have
don't
done this at
think you-
8:30.
I don't-
I changed my mind.
I don't think you like it.
I don't know that I like it. I think I just brushed my teeth recently, and it doesn't go well with Listerine.
Are you sure?
Oddly enough, it tastes good.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of strawberry. It's very
Yeah.
strawberry.
It is. I kind of enjoy it. Let me have another one to be
Yep.
sure.
We did pour you a
I don't know why you gave me
generous
so
amount.
many.
I figured
We
you'd
thought
like to
you
stack
wanted
on
some,
them.
yeah.
I mean, I like them now. They're pretty solid. Pretty.
Try a green one.
They smell really good. Like if you open, I mean, it's intense. If you open these up, like at work or something today, everybody will know something
The
strawberry.
green one tastes different.
No, it doesn't.
It does. Taste it.
It
All
does
right,
It
I'll
does
try.
not.
Just
I'll
do it,
try.
just do it.
I just had a pink one on its own. Let me have
Guarantee it tastes different.
That's your mind. Is that the white?
No, I think he's right.
I
Is
am
that
right.
the white chocolate one?
Of course I'm right.
Let me
No.
smash one of these.
Per
Anybody got a
usual.
nutcracker or something?
Per usual.
Didn't work.
No, it's not.
No,
That's
what?
still strawberry.
It's for
All right, look.
sure different.
It's white inside.
Is that the white chocolate?
That
then?
was that was white chocolate. Mm-hmm. I got to smash this and make a mess.
You know, there's plenty of space on the bag. Why can't they just write this stuff out?
You'd think that they would.
Yeah, or show one cut in half. Actually, they look the same on the inside. So
They're for sure different. I can taste it.
no, I don't know. Now I don't know.
What do you mean?
No,
You just
I
tasted it and
everything.
agree with me. Now you're against me now?
Hold on. I'm not sure though. I don't know. Maybe it's just like a placebo effect.
I'm telling
Like,
you,
You
I-
tell me that.
When I first ate it, I thought it was a regular M&M.
No, it's not. If anything, it's just more white chocolate with it. But I still get a little. I feel like you have strawberry just in your mouth from the
Let me
first
try
one.
the red one.
Strawberry shake, M&Ms. You guys gonna try to figure
Oh,
it
the
out?
red one's different too.
No, it's stop it. You're just saying it.
It
now.
is.
No.
I don't know what I did with that first pink one, but it tasted terrible. But the other two tasted good.
You like it now? All right, just have all three at the same time.
I've turned the corner.
So everybody says they're baffled to see green in addition to the strawberry, red, and pinks. I don't know. So they say, does the green represent the stem of a strawberry, or is it just something?
I guess it does, but you don't want a stem of a strawberry in anything that you eat.
Don't know.
So
So let's see. White chocolate, strawberry milkshake. So it's some people say it's similar to a strawberry shortcake one that came out in 2016, but they
makes
say no,
sense.
this one's different. The milkshake element is a creaminess. It's just
Yeah.
an M&M, guys.
It is creamy. I won't lie. It's creamy.
I like them. I think as I ate more, I guess I wouldn't want to eat a lot of these.
Yeah.
And I feel like I got less strawberry and more white chocolate as we went through, but maybe that's just Isaiah playing mind games with me. I'm not sure.
I've
Now you
convinced
won't
you.
ever know.
I know you made me question everything. So
Well-
I'll give it a 3. 3.
Three?
Just
Oh,
3.
all right.
A flat 3.
I
Isaiah,
agree.
three?
Three.
I'll do a 2 because I hate this time of year. I just don't like strawberry stuff. So to me, it's very strawberry.
That's tough because strawberry gets like 2 times a year now, apparently. It gets Valentine's for some reason and the summertime, or like, I guess, what is it, late summer?
That I don't mind as much because that's like a real strawberry.
This is artificial, not the same.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is we have this whole bag and one other one in the rather large bag.
Perfect.
Maybe we can put them on top of the cake that you brought.
Oh, yeah, we got a Valentine's Day cake.
It looks so good.
It does look good.
Feel free to cut open the cake and just sprinkle the M&Ms on it.
Might add to it.
Your body will be like, and get some water.
The Riot with Hudson and Nikki on Radio U.
And how about some dating advice on this Valentine's Day?
Oh, not today.
Why not?
It's too late. It's Valentine's Day.
It is too late. If you don't have a date by now,
It's not going to happen today.
it's too late for you. I do wonder, how much do you think dating app activity goes down, like starting today?
Oh, I think today probably down, but tomorrow massively high.
You think it like plummets because people are just like, whatever. If it didn't work out, now it's too late. Well, if you are not going to eschew the dating apps starting now, I've got one tip for you. If you want to if you want to be more likely to get a date, here's what you got to do: have a dog in your dating profile.
Oh, yeah, that's been talked about.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I've got a new survey here.
Just make it your dog.
Of British adults that says that 2/3 of people are more likely to match with somebody that has a dog in their profile picture. And because of, for those people, 6 in 10, 60% say they believe owning a dog is a good sign that a person is ready to settle down into a committed relationship.
Do you have Jim in your profile, or is he just like in one of your featured pics?
He's all over the place.
He's all over.
I've got Jim in a sweater on there. I've got some comments about Jim. I've got another photo of Jim.
And it hasn't worked yet.
Oh, no, he's a killer on there. I mean, he is my most popular
But
whole
he's
aspect of the
probably,
profile.
maybe the people you're matching with feel tricked, though, because it's about, they say that the dog is a good sign that someone's ready to settle down in a committed relationship. And then they start talking to you.
And they're like, this guy, he's no good.
He's
This
all
dog's
over the
clearly a
place.
sham.
Or they find out you've spanked your dog.
Yeah,
It's
but
just no good.
I do think this is helpful information, though, of course. And so, but the problem is there's a lot of people out there that don't have dogs to put in their dating profile picture, which is why I'd like to come to you two guys with a business venture.
Oh, so some
And
extra
that is
money?
where we loan out our dogs for dating profile picture shoots.
Have you taken a picture with your dog? Do they like to sit still for a
No,
photo?
definitely not.
Our dogs are not the one.
Yeah,
Your best bet would be go to a dog park. We call it the Bark Park. And you just go there and you just meet. Oh, that'd be so weird, right? Can I take a picture with your dog?
I would say no.
And they're like,
Which is why you have to have people like us that will loan our dogs to you
We
for
can
the right
facilitate
price.
it.
And then
But-
after the first date, you're
And-
like, I kind of want to meet your dog. And you're like, nah, I'd say no. It'd probably be best if we didn't meet our
No, you
dog.
say the dog passed away.
Dog's gone. I'm sorry.
That's
Or
the
you
worst.
can explain, and this comes with the service, that actually that dog belongs to a friend of mine, but I just thought he or she was so cute that...
That's a red flag.
Yeah.
What? Then I thought
If
I'd
you
take a picture. I
use-
was dog sitting. Dog sitting, you
Oh,
can
you're
say.
dog sitting? You put that in your profile picture on Hinge?
This is, I was
No.
dog sitting for my friend Hudson. Oh, where was Hudson? Hudson
That's a
was
catfish.
in the Cayman Islands.
Islands.
Yeah, that's right, the Cayman Islands. And then I will back up your story that you dog sat Zafira the dog while I was in the Cayman Islands.
I don't
Catfish.
know. Remember, if you just start adding lies upon lies upon lies, it's hard. It'll unravel one day.
Unless you've got someone to back them up.
And you're
like
the
me.
one.
I think
I
if
will-
you're looking for a good relationship, you probably shouldn't lead off with a lie. That's why I just come out front with it. I say I have one of the worst dogs in all of Ohio, all of the United States, all of anywhere. I have one of the worst dogs. That way, when they meet him, they won't expect that he's going to be like cute and nice. I just tell them off the rip, he's terrible.
It's awful. You're like, I'm just looking for a mom for my dog.
For my
Looking
badly
looking
behaved
for some
dog.
support here.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
it.
I'm struggling as a single father.
Well, if you want to change your profile pic, wait till tomorrow. Valentine's Day is not worth it. Just
No.
come out strong tomorrow and it'll be fine.
And my service still stands, even
If
though
you
Nikki and
want.
Isaiah are not supportive.
I got some pretty cute dogs. You are welcome to try. They just really don't like photos.
Hudson and Isaiah seem like they know a lot about sports, yet somehow it's Nikki that always gets it right. The Riot, Radio U.
Is it okay to eat in bed?
Are we talking snacks or like, hey, it's dinner?
Well, based off of that, Nikki's answer is clearly yes.
Yeah, it seems as if there is something. There's one meal she will eat in bed at least.
Yeah, that's for sure.
No, I actually don't eat in bed.
You don't?
No, I don't care about it.
Oh, it's not a rule
It's
in your
not a
household?
rule. I just don't.
What about you, Isaiah?
Big no for me.
You don't eat in bed at all?
I am against it, actually.
Does that have anything to do with Jim the dog or?
Jim, I mean, he's not allowed to bring anything into the bed. He's always trying to bring toys up there and whatnot.
But
It's
he
automatic
can get
no.
into bed.
He is allowed in the bed, which, I mean, is worse than a meal.
I think it's dirtier than any food.
Worse than any food I could take into there, but at this point we've accepted it.
Yeah.
But for me personally, it is a big no eating in the bed.
All right. Why do you not allow yourself to eat in the bed?
I don't. Yeah, I know. I just think it's kind of gross. I don't want like chips and stuff in my bed. I don't want to be rolling around.
What about other kind of food though?
There's no food that I would accept.
But not every food makes a mess. You might not even realize that
Still,
somebody could come in your bed and eat and and you wouldn't even know
if
you
you're
were
eating
there for
it, it's going to make a mess.
Yeah, I agree.
We just can't help it.
I don't like that attitude.
Well, how are
Like,
you
what
with
food
eating?
are you eating in there that you're just cool with? Like a hamburger or what?
If you get first of all, if you have like chips or any kind of like finger food, you just put it in a cup and you just put it in your mouth. There's no transfer of that on your fingers, so it's not going to get crumbs everywhere.
Let's
First
break
of
this
all.
apart too. Like, are you watching a movie in bed? Is
What's
that
the
what
reason?
it is? Like, what's the reason?
Well, yeah, maybe you're watching.
If I'm just
I
resting,
got a
I'm not
TV
eating.
right beside my bed. Nikki, I feel like you more than anyone should know. You watch TikTok in your bed all the time.
Well, I
and
can't eat
YouTube.
that. I'm
Snacking, yeah.
I'm going through the feed. How
it's
can I?
You
She's
got
busy.
2 hands. You got 2 hands.
He's over here
And don't you have a
scrolling
servant?
TikTok, just throwing Cheez-Its in
And
her
what
mouth.
about your servant boy? Don't you have him drop the grapes directly into your open mouth while you stroll TikTok? Come
I think
on.
you've got my evenings wrong.
Yeah, that's what I picture though. No, but I mean, maybe some people like to read in bed. You're gonna withhold yourself from eating while you read.
That's true. It has been popular. I just keep seeing you get those like mounts that go on the side of your bed, and then it holds your phone up, and then you can get like the remote so you can read through pages and not even like just lay down.
And have hands free for eating as well if you need that. Okay. What about drinking in bed?
I will
I'm okay
have
with
tea.
that.
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
But for me, yet again, also, I need a closed lid.
You're a big spiller?
I'm not a big spiller, but I'm afraid to spill.
You
And I
need-
don't
whoa,
spend
whoa,
a lot
whoa.
of time in bed. When I go to bed, I'm
You're
going to bed.
Yeah.
I'm not watching TV in bed or a show in bed. I'm watching all that in the living room. I will sit in my living room every single night until I'm ready for bed.
All right, Chris, don't listen. Isaiah has to have a closed lid in his own bed, but here in the studio with all this expensive
Well,
equipment,
you know, when you're at
a
home,
wide open cup.
when you're at home, it's really different rules, you know?
That's your stuff. That's your property at home.
Even mine has lids. What are you doing?
I mean, you can't sleep if you spill the drink in the bed. You can still sleep if you spill in the radio.
Well,
Oh,
he's
yeah, I just
he's
had
over
home.
there. So they say 47% have eaten snacks or meals. 85% you might be having breakfast in bed for this morning for Valentine's Day. And
That's
then 34% do not allow any food or snacks in bed.
That's me. I'm in that category. None. Is it would you allow your partner to bring it into the bed? Because for
See,
me, I would say no.
That's the thing, because for me, myself, I don't mind if I eat in the bed.
You don't trust them, do
But
you?
it's a lot. It's a lot easier to want to have nobody else eat in the bed except for you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care
You're
if
like,
I eat in the
actually,
bed.
no.
But everyone else should not do it. Should not eat in my bed. But no, I think my wife probably is more likely to eat in bed than I am.
And you're fine with it.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't have a rule against it.
They say if it's going to be eaten in bed, it's usually breakfast. That's 52%. 52% say they can't fully enjoy eating in bed because they're worried about the mess. 26% believe it's lazy to eat in bed.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty judgmental.
I'm judgmental. I think it's lazy. Get out of bed. What are you doing in bed at this hour?
Your bed is so comfortable.
Yeah, but you need to get
and
out
the
of bed and
TV
start
is
your
right
day.
there, and my phone is right in my hand, and I can eat there if I want.
Go
I got
start your
pillows, I got
day.
everything. I got blankets.
Get out of there.
It's
Just
all.
You lazy bum.
Put the blanket down and then just eat over it. They do say, though, today's the day. So, like, if you do or do not eat in bed, Valentine's Day, according to this study, is the most common time when it's okay to eat in bed.
Can you imagine if one of us got breakfast in bed before the show?
This morning,
It's like so
4 a.m.
I would have been so irritable.
Your partner walks in. Here, I made you bacon and eggs.
It's
I'm
wonderful.
like, you think I can eat at an hour like this? It's 4 a.m.
Actually, we could. I
You're
think
right.
that does sound
Yeah,
wonderful.
I wouldn't be upset about it, actually.
Find more Riot content online. Riot.radiou.com.
The question is, do you yourself or do you allow others to eat in your bed? We have a survey here that says 2/3 of adults allow food to be eaten in their bed, but I don't like to reduce people to just statistics. I want to hear
from everybody.
from real life people. Let's
And
hear it, Nikki.
They say in this study that Valentine's Day seems to be the day that a lot of people eat in bed, whether you're over the day or you're excited and you got some chocolates or something that a lot of people will
You
eat
can
in
tell
bed.
a lot about how somebody's Valentine's went.
How it's going?
if you just know when they ate in bed.
Well, I like David's simplicity with this as a hard no. So
I
that's
agree.
it.
No,
That's,
okay.
that's easy. Josh says late night bowl of cereal. I think that's a good idea. A
That
little
sounds
snacky
that sounds dangerous.
because you're tired, or
Well, like I feel like with cereal you need a sturdy surface to set it on, or else you're setting yourself up for milk in the bed.
true. And let me tell you, if you've ever spilled milk,
Yeah.
that is
You don't want it in the
hard.
bed.
You don't
You
want that in
don't.
your mattress, that's for sure.
It's not coming out. Let's see. Susanna says eat soup in bed every night.
Okay, now that's crazy.
But she'll eat from a big mug, which is the best
that
way to
supposed to-
have soup.
Is it?
It is good.
I've never had it before in a big mug.
Well, try
but I don't
it in
feel like it
bed.
would be very effective.
Let's see. Paul says, I think it depends on your setup. If you're in college or like have a roommate situation, you could want to hide. So you're in your room and you're probably eating in your room, which
Okay.
if you don't have chairs or a sofa in your room,
Yeah.
then you're eating in bed.
I can get on with that. Yeah, that sounds good.
And Paul also said, I think bed bugs like to eat in bed. So they would like some food.
I don't know. It sounds like I'm getting the impression that we're okay with eating food in bed.
If you
by
haven't
and
tried
large.
it, today is the popular day for it. So
Yeah.
grab a snack later today and try it.
I mean, you guys are the wrong people to ask because you don't eat in bed. But I was thinking like the worst foods to eat in bed. Soup has to be up there. Soup and cereal both.
In the
Anything
study,
with
they said
liquid
ramen.
that you actually have to eat is like that's not a drink. Feels dangerous to me. Crumbs are kind of bad too, though. Like you don't want to eat chips, crackers.
A sandwich,
bed.
any kind of sandwich.
Sandwich might be good.
That sounds
You
delicious.
got
I
a
think
plate,
sandwich is-
everything's contained.
I don't know.
Hot Pocket. Hot Pocket would be great to eat in bed.
Hot
All you
Pocket.
do
Yeah.
is order a pizza. Just take the pizza box into bed, and you get what's the worst? You get grease on the bottom on
might
the
need it
pillow.
cold.
But, yeah, your
pizza.
bed's greasy anyway.
That's
so.
fine. It's no problem.
Yeah.
And so try it out today, or let us know often. How do you wash your sheets?
Yeah.
How often are
They're
you
like, I
changing
also don't
those?
wash my
They
sheets
should
either.
be correlated, I think. If you
You'd
eat in
think.
bed, you should wash your sheets more often. I think that's fair.
You're doing your laundry, and your roommate's like, "Why are you doing your laundry?" Like, "Well, I had a big meal.
Just finished dinner. Had to go ahead and clean the
I have to
Yeah.
wash my bed sheets."
All right. Eating in bed, definitely today, we're okay with it.
We're not sure who behaves worse, the Riot or their dogs.
I don't even know how to behave like a real human being.
The Riot, Radio U.
You want some dating advice for Valentine's Day?
For today?
Or is it too late?
No, I guess let's just throw it all in there.
Yeah, I mean we've actually talked about a lot of dating advice already today on the show, but I've got another tip for you, and that is you shouldn't change for love, right? I think a lot of people know that, but or at least you think about it, but then that doesn't stop us all from still doing it. There's especially I feel when you're younger and when there's somebody you really like for some reason, you're like, oh, I gotta, I'll do what I think that they like, and that'll get them to like me.
Especially when it's Valentine's Day and you're like, if you're not as far along in a relationship as maybe you don't have as many months or years.
Yeah.
And you're desperate for it to continue.
Right.
And so you're like, well, then you feel like you have to change in order to keep the person to
Right.
stay with you. And maybe it's not a right fit.
Yeah, you'll bend a lot of things about yourself.
It's like when I told Eric that I enjoyed watching Star Trek.
Yes, that's a great example.
And I did not.
That is the perfect example, but it worked out for you.
It did, but I lied a lot.
Yeah.
Because I don't.
But I mean, I think there's a bit of healthy room, and I was going to say that's something that I don't think stops once you are in a long-lasting relationship. You still will at times feel pressure to change certain things about yourself to keep the other person around. And I think it is important to have some space for compromise. And again, you do have to be a little flexible, but to just change who you are to try to impress somebody else, there's all kinds of, from when you're growing up, you hear that you don't have to do that. And we still always feel the pressure. But what I want you to know is that although you might feel the pressure to do that for other people, you do not need to feel the pressure to do that for God. Jesus loves you, and there is nothing sticking out about you right now where he's going, well, if they just would change that, if you could just change this about yourself, then I actually would love you and want to have a relationship with you. God wants to be a part of your life right now, exactly where you are, and it doesn't involve you changing a single thing. Now, again, of course, compromise and being flexible, that's something that it comes with every healthy relationship. But you don't have to.
It's not a requirement.
It's not. And the truth is, again, when it comes to dating relationships, if somebody really loves you, they're going to love you even if you have a bunch of flaws, because we all do. And that's how God is. He loves you despite the flaws, and there's nothing you need to change to earn his love, to get his attention. God wants to be a part of your life right now. And all you need to do is start talking to him. Say, hey, Jesus, I want to hear from you. I want to have a relationship with you. I want to know more about who you are. And he'll go from there with you. If you want to know more, RadioU.com/free gift.
Disinformation, mispronunciations, bad impressions. That's Hudson. This is The Riot on Radio U.
We now have some possibly conclusive evidence that says they might not be smarter. This is a new study done in Sweden where they matched up people's wage data with on-record cognitive ability tests to see if your intelligence correlates to how much money you make. Basically, if you're super rich, is that because you're super smart or not? And what they found was not.
Oh.
Yeah. Especially.
Isaiah, what do we think?
Dang, I must be really smart.
Because are we not rich?
I'm not rich.
Yeah. No, it doesn't mean
You're still young. I mean, you have time to be rich.
Yeah, I have plenty of time to be rich.
Yeah. I think you're taking all the wrong lessons from that. It doesn't mean you're smarter if you're poor. I'm not saying you're poor, but it doesn't mean smarter if you're
I'm poor.
poorer.
I think everybody listening's like, we're one good bet away.
Yeah,
from
that's
being
right.
rich.
But no, what they found was that basically there's just not true correlation. There's some correlation of, and they say it's once you get over, and again, keep in mind, this is people in Sweden, so I don't know how the wages are different there, but once you hit $64,000 of annual income, basically after that, you're expected to possibly be smarter than people that make less than that. But after that, it's just $64,000 a year all the way up. There's just no correlation. And on top of that, except that the top 1% actually scored worse as far as the intelligent goes. So the top 1% of people in Sweden, based off of salary, are actually less intelligent.
Well, I mean, some of this makes sense. They say higher incomes do tend to score higher on IQ tests because let's say you're a doctor. Well,
right.
I'm sure you're probably smarter than us. And so you probably get a higher income because of your job that you were able to get into.
Yeah.
Which radio, we didn't have a...
No, they just let anybody do this.
There's no IQ
There's
test.
Definitely
so
not.
they say with that, but outside of that, though, really, it doesn't mean you're not smart if you aren't making, $1 million.
Yeah, but do you have anything? I mean, Isaiah found this, so I feel like you have something you must...
I feel like for most people, if you're super rich, I think that comes with a lot of luck. I think it's just you're just lucky. That's just how it is. I mean, obviously there's a lot of things you do.
But what if that's not luck? That's just intelligence. To us, it's luck.
But to us, I feel like there's people that are rich because of intelligence, because they did something really smart or came up with something really smart. And then there's a lot of other people who are really rich because of either people they knew, their parents, or they just became really lucky in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, and it's true. Like, this is the other thing you have to think about. We're getting into a whole like moral, ethical type of debate type thing. But that if you already start out somewhat, like if your parents are somewhat rich versus somebody who's, pretty on the low end of the spectrum, you're likely going to have better access to schooling and, like better education. And so therefore, you're going to become smarter and make more money also than somebody who's starting out at the bottom rung of the ladder. So,
Which is morning show.
Yeah,
Precisely.
That's right. That's where we started.
If you're
Here
trying,
we are.
only way up, but that's all right. They do say that job success, if you're like, hey, what do I want to go into? If you're still trying to figure out what you want to do, go with an accountant, a doctor, lawyer, professors, judges, or a government official.
Now you tell me.
Because that's the layer you need to be in.
Yeah, but again, what's the problem with all of those is you have to have a lot of schooling just to get all of that, and who can afford schooling if you're poor?
Okay, well, why don't you meet someone who
Yeah,
has
that's
done
the
one of
best way to
There
do
you
it.
go.
That's the way to do it. That's
Isaiah, I think
now
that's what's gonna happen with
I
you.
guess that's me, huh?
that is intelligent.
You're going to
Yeah.
meet a doctor, even though you always say it'll probably be a vet.
I'm excited. It's going to be great. I did it the old-fashioned way. Instead of me doing something hard, I'm going to let someone else carry me on their back. It's going to be awesome.
Which means I think you're intelligent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
precisely.
there's nothing
Obviously.
smarter than that.
Add a little riot to your Instagram feed. Follow at Radio U Official. The Riot. Radio U.
This is a list of dating tips from senior citizens that are in a like, what do you call it? Like a senior
A senior center?
a nursing home.
Nursing home?
Yeah, assisted living. These are average age 90 for these folks.
Has any of you guys ever had your grandparents, like, if they lose someone or they get divorced, like, start dating again? It's really weird.
I can imagine.
Really strange.
Never mind. It's not even worth getting into. But it's weird to Nikki. It's weird at my family, but I've been okay with it.
Well, it's just weird when they're older. Because, I mean, like, I remember my grandmother, like, dating was like, okay, they were going on like a senior trip with all their other senior citizen friends, and they would go like on a bus. And it was like, oh, but you had a friend. It was
They
just
sat
like-
together in old hands.
It was strange.
What's so bad about
It's
that?
different.
No, fine. I will get into it.
It's your grandparents.
I have a great aunt. She's like in her 90s, and she just a couple of years back got married for the first time.
That's strange.
And I
Good
was
for
like,
her.
good for her. Yeah, I was like, why should she not be able to get married? She's lived her whole life. Just let her fall in love.
I think that's fine. It's just weird when it's not like with your grandfather or something. It's different.
Yeah, I guess it is. But okay, you want some.
Congratulations to her, though.
Yeah, thank you. I'll pass that along. All right, you want some dating advice from seniors?
Yes.
All right, listen to these tips. See if you agree. First, don't jump into bed, says Anne. They're really talking about first dates. That's what Anne says. Alex says, do go for a romantic meal. Don't bring your parents.
Well, thanks for that, Alex.
Is that
any
something
other
they
hot
used
takes
to
you want to
do?
make?
Something they used to
Well,
do in the olden days?
What Alex is meaning is you take your grandparents so that they can go.
Ah,
These are the
They
older
just want to
ones.
spend time with you.
Aw.
Jean says only a good night's kiss.
Oh, that's
on the
nice.
after you
first
tuck
day.
her in or what?
Stanley says always be loyal and faithful to your partner.
That's nice.
This is so sweet. Colin says treat her like a lady.
Mm-hmm.
That's very vague. Eileen says do make them pay. If they can't the first time, it's not worth it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So
that's Eileen.
You have to pay for dinner.
She's not into going Dutch, it sounds like. And Elizabeth says don't sit in the back row of the cinema.
Oh, because that's the
Yeah, you're not
no
supposed
kissy
to do that.
kissy in the
Yeah,
back.
I guess so. How about this? I've got Dawn and Jean. They
First off, these all sound like older people
they
names,
do,
don't
right?
they?
Yeah, they do.
Well, Dawn and Jean have been married for 72 years.
Wow.
And Dawn's advice is put your phone down and have a chat together.
Yeah, they're always just
Am I being
saying
scolded or is it advice or are they yelling at me?
I think it's mostly good advice, but from Dawn, you got to listen. Married 72 years, they must be doing something right. But I read
that's
some
not
of these.
fair because they didn't have phones for their
Outdated.
distraction.
Yeah,
so like
that's right.
what was their distraction when they would be dating?
Typewriter.
Put the cigarette down.
Cigarette. I don't know. I think a lot of this advice is good, but I don't. Just because somebody's old doesn't mean they have good advice. think of all your friends right now. Some of them are stupid, and some of them will live to their 90, and they'll still be stupid then. So
And they'll be giving their kids that same advice.
I don't know. Like Pam says, chat normally, then dance. I don't know about that one, Pam.
Oh, you didn't tell me their pictures are on this article. If you go
yeah.
down.
You keep
Aw.
looking. How about, let's see, Beryl says, make sure he has a sense of humor.
Oh, okay.
Is that good advice?
That's excellent advice.
And she said, they met when her and her husband met when they were 14.
Oh.
And now she's 80 something.
Okay.
So going
That's
strong for a
something.
long time. Different times. Better times.
'Cause they always
Tough to say.
They keep calling it like go to the cinema.
I know.
One of them, I think it was who was it that said one of their first dates was going to see Danny Kaye.
Oh, really?
So different times.
Yep. But still,
some of the advice still holds, I think.
the thread of it is respect.
Yeah.
It feels like in love.
Isaiah,
And-
you've been on some recent first dates.
Yeah.
Is this good advice?
I think that there's some stuff to take away here.
I think your grandmother needs to
couple
set you
things.
up.
Yeah, why don't you? Yeah, I
There's a
think so.
couple things to take away here. I think I would listen more to our advice, but I think Beryl, she's making good points. And Jean and Donna.
Yeah,
and-
actually, we don't want these elders to take our show over.
I know.
People listen for the dating advice. If we start showing off that there's
I
people
know,
that have
but
more
ours-
wisdom than we do.
Listen, ours is not working anymore. So, like, what if I
Like we would we have really like we would have never thought of like not bringing your parents on a date. I didn't realize we had to go to that level of like maybe you should show up with your wallet on a date too.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. We
It's-
should start getting back to the basics. I think.
It sounds like Alex may not have been on a first date for a long time.
a long time.
He is 86.
Here's one last thing: holding hands and make sure you always have a lovely day.
Oh, that's
Very
good
nice.
advice.
Hudson, Nikki, The Riot on Radio U.
Now, elsewhere in the show, we talked about how dogs play a role in dating. But what about cats? Let's talk about how there's the old stereotype of the crazy, lonely cat lady. That if you have too many cats, right, and especially if you're a lady, that's a sign that, you don't have someone special in your life.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a new survey here that says that it's actually possibly the opposite, that cat owners are actually have higher marriage rates than people who do not own cats.
Because you're more responsible since you have a ton of cats.
Yeah, maybe, or maybe
That you're
that's
watching?
maybe like they're just surveying cat owners, so maybe once you're married, that's you get a cat. That's a marriage thing. I don't know, but so there's that. They also found that people who are cat owners are ever so slightly more likely to be in a relationship than people who do not have cats.
So it's not like they're saying cat owners could be better or in more relationships compared to dog owners. They're just
No.
saying like if you just don't have a pet.
Yeah, cats versus whatever else you might have. If you have a cat, it doesn't mean that you're more likely to be lonely, basically. It's not a sign of loneliness or something that you do to compensate necessarily.
See, I've always had several cats at one time, but now it's been a while. I only have one cat, and it's different because you want them to have a little friend.
Yeah.
And then, before you know it, you have like a family of 5
That's
cats.
right. That's how it starts.
It
and how
does.
the fur ball gets rolling.
And
I don't know.
Most of my cats I always found, like they were always strays. And you just,
Yeah.
like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, you
Say
can
no
just,
to it?
Yeah, you can't let it go after you get in, you become a little attached to it, and then what are you supposed to do? I don't know. It's still weird to me, even seeing this survey, that if you have a cat, it doesn't mean you're more likely to be single or not married or anything like that. But maybe it almost feels different for guys, because if I was single and I had a dog, like if I was Isaiah having a dog, that doesn't seem out of the ordinary at all.
But cats can be better because in a lot of cases it's less work.
It's easier to take care of, but it would feel crazy to me to be, hi, I'm a single man with a cat.
With a cat.
And I guess it's even crazier for
Well,
women feel that even more.
That's
So
your problem.
I know that's a mental thing for me,
It
but
is.
I also feel like there's not that many single
Why don't you
guys
get
with
a cat
cats.
now? Zafir would love a cat. A lot
Yeah.
of dogs do great with a little cat friend.
Yeah, maybe, but
Especially if they're an older cat and they're more like they're not threatened.
I don't know if cats claw stuff.
They do not.
They're not that much
No.
fun. If I get a lady
And they
cat,
don't
it might
bark
spray
like your
on
dog.
stuff.
No, they don't. You get an older one and they're fine.
I don't know. Why is it available if it's older?
Because
have been kicked out of other houses for peeing on stuff and scratching things.
That is not.
And being no fun to
all right,
have around.
You're not a cat person.
I'm
That's
not
fine.
a cat person. But the thing is, if it doesn't do all those things, then it's like I can have it around. They don't bother me. But I feel like the risk is not worth the reward because I don't feel like there is a reward.
Well, I'm going to let you borrow my cat Mochi for the weekend.
Uh-huh.
He's outside of he tears apart any sort of Amazon box, like he'll just shred it.
Uh-huh.
Outside of that, he's perfect.
What about
He's
you mean
perfect.
Yeah. You set this all up just for
Just
that.
for that.
Doesn't he shed a lot?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Never. Well, I mean, it's not like it would hurt anything.
Then you
anyways,
just
if he
wear
sheds
it
a
on
lot.
you and it's fine.
Yeah, I would just blend right in with all the dog
All
fur,
the dog hair.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll cat sit for you for a price.
You're never going to give him back.
The words too expensive aren't in Nikki's vocabulary. This is The Riot. Radio U.
Coming up on Sunday, right? Is Sunday
big
actually
day.
your birthday?
It is.
Sunday is Nikki's birthday.
You so get out of it because it's not a riot day.
Well, that doesn't mean that. That means you get Friday and Monday birthdays
To
on the
celebrate
show
in honor
instead.
of it.
But you have a birthday dilemma, I'm understanding.
So today, Eric is ordering me a birthday cake, but I do low carb. I'm not keto, but anytime you're looking at bakery stuff, I found a keto bakery.
Okay.
And so I would like to have a birthday cake on Sunday, but I don't know which one to pick.
Yeah, that's tough. It's tough to. I would pick one that's not keto. Is what I would pick. First of all,
I know, but like it is what it is.
It's your birthday. You got to cut loose.
No, I can't.
Why not?
What if that's the moment that topples me and then I can't go back to low carb after
if
it?
you can't live a little on your birthday,
I can't.
Then what's that? Why even have a birthday?
I can't at all.
I say get a full sugar cake, snort some cocaine, and have a good time.
Okay,
it's your birthday. It doesn't count.
Cocaine bear it is.
Yeah. So what are your choices then?
That is just sugar at this point. Okay, so should I get a chocolate cake with vanilla buttercream icing?
A chocolate keto cake, vanilla buttercream icing.
You don't need to add that in.
No, I think that's important.
For the decision?
Yeah, because they're all keto, but I think it's important to remember that they're all keto and which cake that you're choosing from will work best being a keto style cake.
So I usually when I had more sugar, I would love like the big buttercream icing, chocolate cake. That was normally mine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid though, when you take, because it's sugar free, when you take the sugar out, like it's just not going to be as scrumptious.
It's
soft.
Yes.
Like,
You're
I'm
definitely
worried.
right. All of that is
I'm
probably
worried.
correct.
So they also have like a peanut butter Buckeye one that has like little sugar-free like Buckeyes that are made around the top of it.
Yeah.
So I think that one looks more impressive. But then do I want a whole peanut butter cake? It's like chocolate cake with peanut butter icing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't decide between the two.
Peanut butter icing. Yeah, that's a good. See, my initial thought was I think you should do the Buckeye cake because peanut butter is already inherently, it's good, and it's already closer to being keto. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I get ya.
It can't be harmed as much by removing the sugar, but
maybe I need the peanut butter to help.
that's
needs to
right.
help the
That'll
cake.
feel more normal, but I'm afraid if it's peanut butter icing and it's not just straight up peanut butter, that also could not be very good at all.
Peanut butter icing, chocolate cake with the Buckeyes around it.
All right. Well, if you
guys could text, because I do
Yeah.
whatever anybody tells me to do. So if you could say vanilla buttercream chocolate cake, or should I go for it and just get the Buckeye peanut butter one?
which one of those keto cakes sounds better? Text in at 8772 Radio U. Give Nikki some birthday cake advice.
And there's no other option. You can't pick C of like just get a normal cake.
Yeah.
We're doing this.
She's not doing that.
We're doing this time.
All right. Text in at 8772 Radio U. We'll see what everybody's thinking next.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
Nikki's birthday is coming up. It's on Sunday.
We're almost there.
A birthday cake order is going to be made today for you. And you've got to go. You've got to make a decision on which cake you want. It's a keto cake because you're low carb.
Not keto, but
sugar-free.
like cake-wise, I just got to go keto then.
Yeah. And so the choices are Buckeye style cake.
Yep.
Peanut butter and chocolates.
Or is that too much? And I should just go basic with the chocolate with vanilla buttercream.
Now, people have been chiming in. I see D, who just simply says Buckeye.
A lot of peanut butter votes.
Jocelyn, Buckeye cake.
Yep.
Ashton,
Buckeye cake. I feel like it's Bal the Buzz.
Yeah, except that it's a landslide for the Buckeye cake.
Well, now, Regina says, she also is going for it. Says, go for it. Go for the Buckeye cake. After all, it's hard to, get peanut butter and chocolate wrong. But Rachel did go in. You eventually just said, why don't I just order a regular birthday cake and just have the sugar in it? And Rachel said, get the regular cake. But then I guess if going sugar-free, getting a Buckeye one.
I also see Jessica, who said, we even said it during the Reese's taste test we did yesterday. It's hard to mess up peanut butter and chocolate. Mm-hmm. So that's another good argument there.
I don't want to mess up the birthday cake that I am getting. And what if that's too bold of a move and it isn't the best? Like it's too much peanut butter and chocolate.
I don't know. Whoever said that?
I could very well say it.
Sorry, excuse me. This is too much peanut butter and chocolate. Thank you very much. There's no such thing, especially on your birthday.
Now, I do appreciate Mike's text in said, how about a steak cake?
Now, that's key. That's low carb right there.
I'm not carnivore.
And that sounds pretty tasty. And you could top it with peanut butter and chocolate.
Oh, I bet that'd actually be pretty good.
It might be good. Now, I had an idea too, okay? Mm-hmm. I thought, why not look up the reviews for the actual bakery?
Oh, that's a great idea.
And see what people are saying. And so I did. And I'm not going to read them all to you, but I'll tell you that it has a 4.8 out of 5 on Google.
That's good.
That's good. And there's several reviews that mention Buckeyes in various different ways, and none that say whatever the other cake
chocolate
was.
cake with vanilla buttercream.
None that bring that up out of all of them, but so many say Buckeye.
All right, I'm going to go with that.
I've got one more thing you could do if you're really not sure. Mm-hmm. Go visit and ask for a sample.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
Yeah.
Looks like it's far away, though, and I don't want to.
Well, do you want to get the right cake or not?
Have you seen how expensive alternative cakes are? I can't afford the gas and the cake.
Yeah, that's right. It's your birthday.
I can't.
It's your birthday. It's not on your dime.
Actually, at that point, it'd probably be just safer if I just got both the cakes.
Yeah, that's right. You'll probably be convinced, and then you can't go wrong. You might as well do that.
Well, if anybody else...
That's a good idea.
If you're keto or low sugar or anything like that, or just boring and have no other options for your birthday... let me know if there's something you found that's better. But I think I'm going to go with the Buckeye cake.
I guess
All
so.
right.
You'd be letting a lot of people down, it sounds like.
And then if there's
most importantly, letting yourself down.
If there's any leftovers, I'll bring them in on Monday.
Ooh, we'll see if this keto cake is really all it's cracked up to be.
You could try.
The only thing Isaiah loves more than the riot is himself.
Someone who probably still lives with his mother and hates himself. You're
listening to The Riot on Radio U.
I have a list here if you're looking for a date idea. Again, maybe a little late in the game if you're planning tonight your date. It's probably too late. But, the weekend's coming up. You could do a nice Valentine's weekend date. So this is the top date activity that's been Googled in each state that's unique to each state, okay?
I like Michigan. Nothing says love like Michigan.
All right, so throw out some states. I'll let you know what their top date search was over the past month. But Nikki started with Michigan, axe throwing.
That's nice. A lot of people like it.
Yeah, you ever been?
No.
Not on a date or otherwise?
Not officially. I mean, have I wielded an axe?
Have I thrown an axe?
Have you thrown it?
I have.
Yeah.
But the old-fashioned way,
That's
outside of a tree.
In a field. Without
you don't know that's not
prices.
how it is. Yeah. All right, next state. Who's got one?
Let's go Ohio.
Ohio. Restaurant.
Yeah.
I thought this was supposed to be unique.
Hey-o.
I think nothing captures Ohio like the top search being restaurant date.
Let's go. We were talking Texas. How about Texas?
Texas is drive-in theater.
Oh, do you guys have a lot of movie drive-in theaters in Texas?
That's still more of a southern thing, right?
Probably because of weather.
There's I've never been to a drive-in ever.
You've not?
I've never too.
It's a good date. It's a lot of fun.
I thought it was always there's more crime at the
drive-in.
At the drive-in.
Maybe the drive-ins we're going to.
I think there's more canoodling at drive-ins.
Oh, that's why
we
Hudson's
talked
going going? What do
Sitting
you
in the
think
back
Hudson's
row
going
of
to be
the
at
theater.
tonight?
Yeah, if your guy wants to take you to a drive-in theater, that might be a sign.
Hudson's going to the drive-in theater. I'm going to Arizona's, I think.
Arizona.
I would love that, but what a unique. It's a date activity. So in Arizona, they picked Japanese Friendship Garden.
For friends.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Oh, do you think
a
that's
lot of
like,
friends.
That's a sign.
is
a lot
that a
of
friend
friends.
zone thing?
This
if
is
they
for
take
sure.
you?
This isn't people looking up, should I take somebody on a Japanese Friendship Garden date? It's Japanese Friendship Date, Friendship Garden, meaning.
Yeah, that is. It's meaning.
Well, how about we go with Nevada? That's fun.
Nevada, go-karts.
That's cool.
A few
That's a
other
good
states had
date.
go-karts.
That's fun.
Wait, did you guys see Idaho?
Idaho. What? Oh,
Idaho.
The Rage Room.
Rage Room.
That's
I've
fun.
seen those.
What is is that where you like
You go
smash
in-
stuff,
Yeah,
like
you smash
Office
stuff.
Space style?
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
go smash dishes or like beat things up.
That could be real good or real bad.
Gosh, I
depending
don't
on
remember.
who
What's the
invited you to
state
do
above
that.
Idaho? Is that Montana?
Montana.
Frozen yogurt.
Froyo, really?
Lame.
That feels very safe.
And what
Nice.
is so I see that a couple states have sip and paint.
Is that like
Is that
painting?
Like wine. Yeah, you
do
wine.
and you paint.
That sounds like fun.
Does it?
Yeah, my mom just did that a couple days ago.
Did she?
She did, yeah.
I love that.
Any others on the list that
Your
catch your
mom comes
eye?
home wasted with a picture.
She said, look what I painted. I'm like,
Does it look good?
is that what it was supposed to look like? What about
to talk to your mom.
Yeah.
what about Virginia?
Virginia
I'm against
and Kentucky are both museum.
Against museum.
Yeah.
heavily.
Yeah. Well, that gives you time to contemplate.
Now, it doesn't mean, it could be like, have you been to a Ripley's?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's different kinds of museums.
Yes, that's different.
And a lot of museums are free, so that's a good cheap option to get started
California
out.
has mini golf. Let's see, a couple others are just the spa, aquarium, a bookstore. Oh,
Where are you guys headed tonight?
a bookstore. Actually, that was-
bookstore?
Now wait, that was popular for a while. Like if your special someone is all into books, you go let them pick out a ton of them.
Lame.
I saw this guy's TikTok. He loves them, so he could go and pick out as many as he could carry, and then she bought them for him.
Wow.
That's wild. If a girl was like, "You want to go to the bookstore?" I'd be like, "I don't think this is gonna work." I'm gonna tell you right
Knock
now.
yourself out.
You seem a little bit too intellectual. Not for me.
Have you heard of a Japanese friendship?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
More my speed.
What about cooking class? That's a few states.
That could be
That's
fun.
fun.
That sounds like that doesn't feel like a first date though, does it?
That's a couple in.
But I
Yeah,
feel like
you
if
gotta
you're
be
going out on Valentine's Day, it shouldn't be a first date.
No, maybe not. Maybe not.
You got
hope
escape
not.
rooms.
A few arcades popping up on
bowling.
there.
Arcade's fun.
Spa.
Spa. That could be
Now I can
fun.
get in on that.
I think that's all of them. A comedy show. Wisconsin had that.
All right. Well, I think we've thrown out a
think that's
lot
'cause
of
you guys-
options for you.
You have to be indoors more.
Yeah, that's right. I think we've given you a lot of options for not just for tonight, but planning ahead. Putt-putt also came up. We didn't mention that. So.
We forgot Alaska dinner theater.
Ooh. I didn't know they had those there.
They do.
All right. Well, you've got plenty. Don't say that you don't have any date ideas now. We've thrown out every single one there is.
If anybody's doing anything fun tonight, just text us and take us along.
Yeah.
While Isaiah is wishing for a girlfriend, Nikki and Hudson are just wishing for any friend at all. The Riot. Radio U.
You guys more into like drinking medicine or taking a pill?
I'm a baby like that. I like drinking the medicine.
I like
Okay.
pills.
You do?
See, I think I'm a baby
you-
because I like the pill.
Do you like the liquid pills where it's in there?
I'm okay with the liquid pills. I'm
Okay.
okay with any pill. I'm not okay with the liquid.
The liquid tastes so bad.
But the liquid, I will say, when I take the liquid, I feel like it's more effective.
Yes.
Even though it's probably not.
Because you
I
feel it warm going down.
Yeah, and it's like it like tastes bad. If something tastes bad, then you know it's
it
probably
must
works.
be good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, Isaiah, since you're a pill guy, would you ever take a vibrating pill?
Intriguing.
Yeah.
Now this is
Now
gross.
that you would really feel going down.
Yeah, you would. I don't know. What is the purpose?
Because we have here.
Let's use the word tummy issues, all right?
No, we have to be very clear about what this is for. It's not just for any tummy issues. I don't want somebody with nausea or indigestion.
Can you imagine if you were nauseous and then they
And then you
put
toss
in...
Yeah,
that
the
in there?
vibrating pill.
In your stomach?
What is the container, the bottle for these pills like? Is
It's
it
like a shake weight. It's exactly like a shake weight.
You have to to put something on it to hold it down.
Yeah. Okay. The vibrating pill, it's called Vibrant. It's just been
Heck of a name.
approved by the FDA, and it is a groundbreaking treatment for chronic constipation.
Here's where we're at with the show this morning.
Yeah.
This is the moment.
This is important. This is a medical marvel.
No one wants to hear medical stuff.
You do, especially.
It just makes you uncomfortable.
There's probably somebody with chronic constipation right now, and I don't want to make fun of them because it's a serious issue, and so they're probably very excited to hear that the vibrating pill Vibrant will be able to stimulate their colon as it passes through. It's going to vibrate. It's going to shake everything up, get everything moving again for you so that you can get on with the rest of your life.
You would take it at bedtime. It would travel through your stomach and small intestine before getting to the large intestine about 14 hours later.
Oh, so you'd be on a real schedule then.
I feel like you'd have to time this out, don't you?
Uh-huh. Yeah, you'd be very regular.
Nick, now my stomach feels weird now.
It's fluttery.
You need a vibrating
I don't know what's
pill?
going on.
Or is that your stomach reacting like, no, we don't need this.
We're good.
Yeah, it's all moving down here. Don't worry. I just thought that's crazy. A vibrating pill.
It would, I mean, it makes sense that it would help if you have stomach problems.
I'm looking here. It doesn't come in a bottle like ibuprofen. It comes in like the little strips that you have to peel off. So it probably just vibrates in those little bubbles.
Maybe it doesn't activate. Like it doesn't start moving until you take
How does that even work?
I don't know. It's got a little tiny non-deadly battery in there for you.
Just move it back and forth.
A medical miracle, yeah.
So they had a study with it for placebos, and 40% had better stomach pangs, and they just didn't know if they were having the pills or a placebo shaking pill.
Well, I think the vibrating would give it away.
I don't know if you feel it.
You don't know?
I doubt you do.
I hope you do.
I don't think so. Even though if they're having you take it overnight, I think
it
they
would
expect
keep you up, right?
Well, I think they expect you would sleep through it.
Imagine if you if I was sitting here and you just heard this buzzing sound coming from me.
It's like,
Is that your phone?
How's your stomach doing?
It's coming from your side.
Every day you're in here. And yeah.
What's that ringing in the background, Chris? It sounds like, is there a vibration coming through the microphone?
So it's not covered by insurance. So out of pocket, it's $69 if you have the coupon.
Oh,
With the coupon?
Yeah, with a coupon.
What's that coming with, like 3 vibrating pills?
I don't know. You know, you get a pack of them.
The last thing I hate to think about
it's
this.
10.
Here we go.
It's 10.
10 of them.
But
here we go.
Once everything comes to completion,
Yeah.
the toilet,
Yeah.
is it still vibrating in there? Or?
Listen, it flushes down. All right.
Just out of there.
We are not grown up enough to handle these
I
conversations.
knew for sure something like that
not.
was coming.
All right, that's probably a good place to stop.
Okay, that's it.
You've made it all the way to the end of the Worst of the Riot. This show only exists because of support from listeners like you. Find out more and help out at radiou.com/donate.